Hey everybody, Dr. Beyer of Functional Medicine Solutions, and my tip today is about whether or not someone who's having low functioning thyroid should take iodine. Iodine is of course a necessary nutrient to make thyroid hormone. In fact, the two thyroid hormones that the thyroid gland produces is T3 and T4. The numbers come from the number of iodine molecules that's attached to the thyroglobulin protein. So iodine is a necessary nutrient. And so a lot of times if people are having low functioning thyroid, they take a supplement with iodine in it. And I'm not a big fan of that, and here's why. Sometimes it's needed, but you need to be guided by blood chemistry evaluations to get the best results. And this is a good example of that, and here's why. A high percentage of people in the United States, if they have low functioning thyroid, they have either as the cause or a component of that low functioning thyroid, autoimmune attacks on their thyroid, where the immune system is attacking their thyroid gland. And specifically what the immune system can attack with this autoimmune condition called Hashimoto's is either thyroglobulin, the building block protein of the T3 and T4 thyroid hormones, and or TPO, thyroid peroxidase, which is an enzyme that's needed to make T3 and T4. Well, a high percentage of people who have low functioning thyroid have these autoimmune attacks on their thyroid. And if they have that going on, and they have specifically autoimmune attacks against the TPO enzyme, a fairly high percentage of those people will stimulate or increase the autoimmune attacks against their thyroid by taking an iodine supplement, because the TPO enzyme is activated with iodine. So the amount of iodine within our diet doesn't stimulate an immune attack against the thyroid if someone has autoimmune attacks against that enzyme. But at dosages which are typically in a supplement, which are higher, of course, than you would get in foods, it can provoke an autoimmune attack. It doesn't do it all the time, but it can. And so since there's a high percentage of people who have autoimmune or Hashimoto's attacks against their thyroid gland, sometimes taking iodine is not the best thing to do. So I'm not a big fan of it. That's the reason. We need iodine, but we need it in amounts that is typically covered within our diet. That wasn't always the case, but it's very rare to find an outright iodine deficiency anymore. I'm not saying it can't have its place, but I'm just not a big fan of it because in my experience, in my practice, I see a high percentage of people who have low functioning thyroid have autoimmune issues, autoimmune attacks against it, and a high percentage of those people, or a certain percentage of those, will actually have that condition aggravated by taking supplemental iodine. So that's the deal with iodine. We need it to make the hormones, but sometimes it can aggravate autoimmune attacks against the thyroid, and so that's why I'm not a big fan. That's why, well, for nutritional support, a lot of the thyroid supplements that we'll have people take for a period of time will be iodine free, actually. So hope you found this helpful. If you're suffering with Hashimoto's or an autoimmune condition, you would be safe not to take a supplement with iodine for that reason. So as always, if you have questions, reach out to my office either via email or phone. And if you're not sure what that is, go to our website if you're not there already, functionalmedicinesolutions.net. Thanks.